Okay, starting recording now. Oh.
Rewards for recruiters.
I don't know where it will left off from.
Oh, you do get rewarded. Okay, so you receive teleport to the nearest Aetherite crystal to me, right? You got Drought Chocobo Whistle. If I sub for another 60 days, you get 5 gold Chocobo feathers.
Oh.
And then every 60 days after that, you get 5 more.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like 60 days continuously?
No, just if I keep subbing for 60 days. Like, I've subbed for 90 days so far, I'm pretty sure. So you have 90 days of me. And if I do another 60, which I might do. Because of the black chocobo.
Okay.
So you're gonna get 5 gold feathers.
Yay.
Come.
Oh, it's my GPU that's overheating.
Oh, it is.
Probably gonna look at it tomorrow.
Open up the case and see if the fans are working?
No, they're working. I have it opened up right now. I have the case opened up right now. It looks like it's running okay.
I dared to dream of.
Just gotta get through this cutscene.
Are you still streaming?
I'm recording.
Okay. I was gonna read something and I was like, okay. If he's recording, I should not.
I'll let you know. Griffin.
While I see the wisdom in targeting the Ascians, and
I've also been running the game for like 4 hours for no reason.
Speak your mind, Master.
I mean,
none here know the enemy better than
I don't think your computer should overheat like that, period,
best of
and
all.
just freeze.
I'm pretty sure it's just the graphics card.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my word.
Hopefully it doesn't happen.
very well.
Yeah.
My proposal is thus: we dispatch the shinobi to
Oh, you can only
Imperial
recruit
territory.
5 friends to the game?
There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the
recruited
battle for
3.
Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
Well, it does have the ring of truth about it. And were the Garleans to learn that their future ruler is a puppet, the Empire would be shaken to the core.
But at the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
Ordinarily not. But prior to his miraculous recovery, rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire. Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Empress Solus's death.
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial House into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the throne. It is no coincidence that one of Varus's first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent, family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however. There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces, would be too enticing to ignore.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of succession.
I am no stranger to infiltrating Imperial territory. With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance's finest, the plan should have a reasonable chance of success.
Doma already has shinobi in place throughout the provinces. We stand ready to act, and act we must. What say you all?
Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, wasn't sure if your PC froze or not.
I'm for Master Thancred's proposal. We shine a light upon the Ascian and test the Empire's unity. 'Twas his plot that scuttled Doma's negotiations, was it not? Why then, if we can eliminate him, there may yet be a chance for peace. Let us wage this war of subterfuge, that we may one day lay down our arms. Gods know we never will while the Ascians remain.
Whoa!
It's great.
What's happening? Oh, this is the most bizarre way of going into an echo. Feels like I'm drunk.
History must be changed. Ahead looms a calamity. Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life. Twin dooms only you can forestall. Only you.
What's the matter?
Whoa.
There's a voice.
Oh, everyone else is going through the same thing.
Spies in our midst.
Nay, I sense no such presence.
Let expanse contract. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Hold on.
Is it over?
Oh!
Master Thancred!
12 for Fend. Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready. Swiftly!
He's not breathing!
Master Thancred remains in slumber. Though his vital signs appear stable, he's unresponsive.
What could have done this? And why just him and not the others?
I'm afraid we could not identify the cause, my lady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
Thank you for coming. Knowing Thancred, he would apologize for being otherwise engaged at so crucial a juncture.
In gifting us a course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can. To him, I would say, rest easy, that he may wake to enjoy the fruits of our labors. Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
Alize and I heard a voice in the moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache, as if something were clutching at our minds. Did you experience the same thing?
Yup.
So, in between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called.
Called?
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul. That Thancred alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of ether, a consequence of his prior possession by the Ascian La Habrea. The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But if that's true, where exactly are we being called to?
The world of darkness! Which is also ties into the DLC that comes soon.
I know not.
Oh.
Yet one thing is plain. Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Forgive us, Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
As if you had to ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a friend. Don't worry. I'll see to it that Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
Thancred.
Thank you, Lys. As the Elder Seedseer says, 'tis no ordinary individual we are dealing with. Nor can we discount the possibility of Ascian involvement.
Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better.
He has no soul! Oh no.
Soul bringers, ah! Endure. I love this song.
Oh, just okay. I'm okay with this. I'll save 1,000 gil.
Urianger! Gods, it's good to see you.
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
You heard it too, then?
Aye. And all but certainly at the selfsame instant. Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
Who do you think is responsible? Could this be the Ascians doing?
That I cannot say. Not when so little is known. Ere I indulge in speculation, I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
Thou referrest, I presume, to the localized reduction in etheric density.
Well, that spares me the trouble of an explanation. Yes, I noted precisely that at two apparently unconnected locations. I take it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Indeed not. Of late, our agents charged with surveilling the beast tribes have spoken of little else. In every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin. Naturally, my suspicions first turned to primal activity, but the areas thus affected betray no evidence of summoning. I must confess to being quite perplexed.
If the same phenomenon is being observed in multiple locations on opposite sides of the world, we may safely discount regional factors. Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
Indeed. I shall make it my task to... It calleth to me once more.
Here we go!
I hear it too.
Only you. Only you.
No! Ishtola! Ryuji!
Throw wide the gates.
No! No, this can't be happening! Y'shtola! Ryuji! Open your eyes! Open your eyes, I beg you! Say something! Anything! Not again. Please, not again.
Hmm. Hmm. I wonder if they all got spirited away to the world of darkness.
Probably before you did, yeah. I mean, I don't even know yet, so.
I feel like that's one of the explanations that could be it. There's so many people here. What the fuck? Oh, that's right.
Here he is, my lady.
Gabu, it's been too long.
Oh.
That's one big jack-off arm.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
I see. You're still fighting. I'm proud of you.
What were you talking about?
We promised that we would come and visit them together, didn't we? Alphino and I. I'm sorry, but we haven't managed that yet. You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens? I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones. Not like now. I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear.
Still got me.
And for that, I am grateful. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Let's fuck.
What? What?
Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day.
I was just gonna give her a hug, Daniel.
Oh, sure.
Jesus.
Does he just not speak?
Yeah, he's been turned by the primal calling. Back when we fought Titan.
Sad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was the one who called the Titan on accident because he saw his
Yeah.
parents die.
Yep.
It's so sad.
Yep.
Thank you for reminding me.
No problem?
Just the location where you were is literally right next to where my
Wait.
my garrison is.
Oh, my friend's here.
Who's that?
He was playing some music back in Thonalon, and he was playing it really well. I was like, I'm gonna friend him. And then he replied, I'm like, oh, cool. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace...
Bum 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 bum.
Yep, yep.
Bum 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 bum.
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear.
Varys should know that his son's dead, right?
A word from your radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart.
Yeah, this... Just from how he speaks, it's not Xenos. Xenos never talked this much.
Have you no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. My deeds stand testament to my commitment. And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate? Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
I should be the one to sigh. I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then, thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back. Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree?
Who dis?
Have you no words for me either?
I fucking hate him.
I've long grown weary of this mummery. Now, my dearest son, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms. You do not make judgments, you administer them.
What?
Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern.
Are Garleans immortal?
Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err.
I like how the guards are like, wait, what?
If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it.
Solace. Wait.
Oh dear. Have I touched a nerve? You always were an easy one to read. I pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The founding father was an Ascian.
Oh.
And he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos.
Now you know.
Wow. Alright. That's good. Good to know.
Take it personally. I merely do my duty.
So does that mean Xenos and Varus are part Ascian?
To bring about a calamity
Xenos?
requires no small amount of power. And there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns. To that end, I have labored long and hard world, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork. Paltry though it seems in comparison to Alag.
What? Excuse me? Wait, he can't die, can he? Like that?
You fiends are overfond of your own voices.
He's not dead, is he?
Mark me, Asian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
There's no way.
His face looks so untextured.
Oh, that's because my graphic settings are medium.
No. Like, even in ultra, like I have it on.
Such a waste of time and energy. Both yours and mine.
See?
What the fuck?
I fucking hate him.
Lest you forget you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
It looks so crazy. No, don't step on me! Oh!
Potato!
Oh, I'm just a plain potato!
How do you increase mission efficiency? Or affinity? Or is it just like, hey, this is what is best?
What do you mean? For, like, squadrons?
Yeah. Oh, never mind. If I want to trigger a conjure, I already have a conjurer on the team. Okay, never mind.
This ain't the desert anymore. Where the fuck? How long have they been walking? Where's Maxima? What in the world? Oh, everyone's dead. Poison, perhaps? Oh, gas. Is he Varys' dad?
You'll find out who he is.
Hmm.
Just keep doing his request. Like, there's no mission for you currently to do, so you can just keep going until you're at the part where I am. So.
Oh, okay.
Bam, 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 bam. I was surprised to learn who he was.
Hmm.
Because I wasn't expecting it.
Hey, soul searching.
I'm glad you've come, though I'm afraid there's little in the way of good news. After you left, we reached out to both the Alchemists Guild and Stillglade Fane and attempted all manner of treatments. But the results were always the same. Whatever the answer is, it's not alchemy or conjuring.
Beer back real quick.
Okay.
Did it have to be Y'shtola and Urianger and not me? Out of all of us, they are the ones who could feasibly have solved this puzzle. And Elfano's still missing. Gods, it's all going wrong. Where do we even start?
It's like the beginning of Heaven's Ward.
A grave situation indeed. Might I be of some assistance?
Who that? Hey!
Kryle, I thought you were busy delving into the mysteries of Eureka.
When word reached me of the plight of our friends, I could not well stay away. As a fellow scion, not to mention your erstwhile mentor, this is one of those times you should feel free to call on me, regardless of my personal circumstances.
Yes, I should have thought of that. Thank you for coming, Kryle. We would welcome your insight.
And I should be happy to provide it. Now, what's this I hear about Alphino heading into Imperial territory? That boy always did have some funny ideas. Do you remember the speech he gave when he was accepted to the Studium?
My life's goal is naught less than the salvation of this star.
That particular grand pronouncement has been a source of great embarrassment to him, as you know. But the fact of the matter is, he meant every word and has lived his life accordingly.
Yes, he remains altruistic to a fault, but I'm worried he was too fixated on his goals to see the dangers, as has happened before.
You needn't be so concerned. Though his values remain the same, Alphino is not the blinkered boy he once was. Slowly but surely his eyes have been opened, thanks to a certain someone. A certain someone whom he'd be mortified to learn had heard about his little speech. Mum's the word, eh? Right, I'd better have a look at our patients. They're in the infirmary, I assume. I'll need absolute quiet, so it would be best if I did this alone. If you'll excuse me. All three are in fine physical health. At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep. Except for the fact that I couldn't sense the slightest trace of them in their bodies. It's as if their souls have taken leave of their physical forms.
Ah, yes.
I've read the report. When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes? If we assume the ether which comprises your essence is being drawn to some other place, then it may be possible to follow the trail it leaves behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred.
I wasn't around for that, but I can't imagine it was easy.
Oh, it wasn't. But that's no reason not to try. I will have need of Master Matoya's crystal eye if I'm even to make the attempt. So I suggest we pay her a visit.
Oh, we don't teleport there? Alright, cool. Where's the nearest Great. Nothing to buy. Not yet. I haven't done my roulettes yet. I'll do that later. I guess it really doesn't matter which exit I go to, I can fly. Heck yeah.
To disturb my peace again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems. Oh, I mistook you for young what's-his-name, but I see now you're the sister. Weren't you supposed to be the lively one? I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
Ha! That's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too. Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire and leave the doom and gloom to your elders. Now, what exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
If I may, Master Matoya, we have need of your crystal eye once more.
And Stoller is one of the afflicted, is she? Very well. She may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray, and I'll not see her buried before I am.
Right. Let us see what we can see. I'll begin from where our friends first fell, and cast my senses out from there.
Oh, that's real pretty.
What is it? Did you find them?
This doesn't make sense. How is it even possible?
How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
The threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Could the ether have dissipated if it had? Oh gods! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the broodmother's daughter all over again.
The who?
No, this is different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi effected her resurrection.
Oh.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
But where?
Another world.
That's the question, isn't it, girl? Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea, yet there are no tracks left for us to follow.
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking. Pray, excuse me a moment. Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way. That was Lee's. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphino left with, is one of them. I'm sorry. I realize we've barely begun here, but...
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
What a nice old lady.
I'll do some digging in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
Let's be off then.
Oh. No! Broom!
Not again. The enchantment barely seems to take these days. I chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
Yay! Broom! That was really random.
Before they took ill, Y'shtola and Urianger were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Does it now? And here I was, all set to blame my woes on that creaking mountain of refuse clogging up the Thaliac. I fear something has gone awry. Still, there's naught to be gained from starting in shadows. You can only do what can be done, and that but one thing at a time.
Wise words.
Staring at Shadowbringers.
Oh. I was just really sad because the broom died.
She's an enchanted broom.
Yeah, it's so cute though. I've never thought of that about a broom before, but it was really cute. It's like just sweeping along.
Kryl.
Where the hell are they running to? Oh, okay. Oh, that one leads nowhere.
Ali says running because there's, Maxima?
Yeah, she's going to the Alamigan quarters to meet up with Maxima and a bunch of other defects.
Yeah.
Defectors.
Because she wants to learn about her brother.
Yeah, why'd he... What? I actually thought he died because he didn't follow Alpha Node with the others.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
And they were just in the middle of a desert. How did they get... How'd they get here?
I don't know.
Please don't freeze on me again.
My family's home. Be right back.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphino?
Never fear, my lady.
Oh, sorry.
You assume?
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events. Our troubles began not long after we departed. As we
Yep.
This shadow hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn. Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's Guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I cannot thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't. Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head-on! No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Would you and Alize head to Doma and let Lord Hier know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphino too.
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
Oh! Here we go again.
Untold sorrow must be changed. Ahead looms a calamity. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates.
You heard it too. Well, at least we're both still standing.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish I knew. Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to an answer. We'll keep working on it. But first, we need to go and see Lord Hien.
So many questions. To the Enclave. Oh, right. Oh, okay. Daniel's gone to eat dinner. Nomo Nomo! Noxia. Amalska. The Empire's coming! I jumped. Let me fly, please. Oh shit. Oh, I guess the burn is an instance place. Ooh.
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand.
Nothing bad's gonna happen, right?
Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders.
Nothing bad.
Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test. Start the generator.
Whoa!
Node 1 is operational. Nodes 2 to 8 are reporting similar energy levels. The barrier is forming.
Oh!
1,000 yards. 2,000. 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected.
The Metro would be proud. Holy shit. Alright, that's a lot bigger than I thought.
4,000. 5,000. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
Is that an Imperial airship? Of all the rotten timing.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alize. They can test our new wall for us.
Who can this be?
Oh!
Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fire.
Alpha Node, is that you? Xenos, maybe? Actually, it's probably Alpha Node. Wait, what? Hobo Man.
Stop calling him Hobo Man.
Oh, it is Alpha Node.
Alpha Node got knocked unconscious.
Oh, well. His soul is missing too.
It's Alphino. What are you?
The wall.
Let me go!
Yeah.
He has my brother!
Lower the barrier.
Just didn't want her dying.
That's fine. She just vaporizes in like an instant. Oh, fuck!
My brother!
Zap.
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
No, not him too.
Man, everyone's getting teleported.
Mm-hmm.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem. It is a day for fated reunions.
Was he
Would you not agree, adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light?
He sounds familiar. Oh. Oh! Oh shit! Oh shit! He's Gaius!
Yes, it is Gaius.
Oh, the mask looked familiar, so I was like, wait.
Gaius van Bael.
Oh my god!
Wolf. That was the title.
Oh, it was only until it showed me the mask again. I'm like, wait, the mask looks familiar too. Oh my god! Oh, it makes so much sense. It doesn't make sense that he's alive though.
The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Baelsar, a man without rank or allegiance.
Oh.
Impossible. There's no way you could have survived.
I mean, we said the same for Xenos. Is he an Ossian too?
Do you remember how it unfolded?
Yeah, we just left him.
How I was deceived by La Habrea? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea? The Ascian used me, as he used so many others, all to further the restoration of his wretched god. Yet even with the might of Alec at my command, you bested me. And as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment at least. A moment of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians.
Black Wolf has shed his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge. My principal quarry was to be La Hebrea, whom I gather you have since ushered onto oblivion. But so many more remain. Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world, I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword. Are the Scions not of like mind?
In this single respect, perhaps.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired. Among the Ascians, the Black-Masked Ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know. Yet among the red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the source. Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the Source. The first was La Hebrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmet Selk, about whom little is known.
We have files on La Hebrea and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmet Selk is new to us?
Yes.
As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
A little bit.
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light. Your many deeds in Hydaelyn's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets. It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence of a single Garlean casualty, we inspected the bodies of the rebels, and the lack of any external injury drew my immediate attention. They had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army. When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted, and all stockpiles destroyed. Toxic gas is not a tool of conquest, but of extermination.
Toxic gas? This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a matter of hours. Gods. You don't think they're planning to use this in Alamigo, do you?
Put your fears to rest. We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself. Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture another batch. Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date and authorized with the signature of one Zeno Galvus.
A dead man signing the death warrant for thousands. 'Tis bad comedy.
Haha!
But the tale does not end there. Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of elegant design. Cloning technology, we realized.
Clones?
And what should we find?
Oh my god.
Incubator, but a young Emperor
Solus.
It's a bunch of them.
There's a lot.
All of which prompts the question, were the Ascians responsible for these abominations, or was it the will of the Emperor?
Both.
I must know which hand guides the Empire. Though I have given up my rank, I am yet a son of Garlemald, and I will fight for the future of my homeland.
Good boy.
I mean, now, sort of.
It is time I return to the hunting.
I never truly believed he was evil.
No, he wasn't.
On our common foe.
Just misguided.
To reopen old
Yeah.
quarrels now would serve no purpose.
You saved my brother's life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
Just staring at him.
You son of a bitch, wasting 3 hours of my time every day! Yeah, we'll settle at another time.
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods, even as I, in my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises. Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again, warrior of light.
See you later, Hobo Man.
Gaius von Belsa.
His name is Hobo Man.
Okay, fine.
So that was the infamous Black
Hobo Man.
An unexpected ally, to say the least.
Hobo Man.
Cleverer minds.
So dumb. I mean, he's as strong as any superhero, so.
Yeah, Gaius is strong.
Yeah.
I mean, he's killed like how many Ascians now?
6?
Or the white masked ones were the most powerful, but he's killed like three red.
2 red and 3 black.
Yeah. I think he threw 1 red mask at the ground.
Yeah, so 3 red. Damn.
3 red. He just left it. He's killed 7. He's fucking beast.
Yeah, by himself.
Well, he's got his 2 guys with him.
Yeah, but there's only 2 guys. Imagine having a light party of just 3 people.
Killing Ascians.
1 tank, 1 DPS, 1 healer. That's so much work.
But Gaius is a tank healer.
Yeah.
Tank DPS. Tank DPS.
Meanwhile, at the Black Rose chemical plant. Who this? Oh.
Science.
Our supplies at Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance. See that you do.
Yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention. A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds. If it spares the needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
How very noble of you.
Salas seems very similar to the antagonist from Final Fantasy XV.
Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometimes even I catch myself believing. A silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess the perfect aspect. Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence. Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
While you do what, precisely?
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire. You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise. Our homeland was plunged into a civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully...
His face doesn't move right.
A hair's breadth from collapse.
It's because he has resting bitch face.
Probably.
Are you truly so naive?
I kind of like Solace as an antagonist.
You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
What? It was by design!
Yeah, Solace like literally cares about nothing else. Like he just cares about nothing.
Varys actually cares.
Yeah.
Of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed.
The fact that Solace doesn't care about anything makes him so like crazy and dangerous. I really like it. Perfect for a maniacal antagonist.
Now, if you have no further questions, I must be on my way. Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude. I really must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome. You dabbled in elegant cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention entertaining, field of research. And of all the options available, you chose the Founding Father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varys, like grandsire, like grandson, hey? If events play out as planned, this will become something of a family enterprise. You will be the capstone of this world, I, the anchor and shard, and together we will give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
He's insane. And I love it.
You're getting close.
Okay. Just taking my time.
Yeah, it's all good.
Wait, I think I can just... Aha! The one place.
Haha! Actually, I think you're literally right where I am. Like you're about to be.
Oh.
I think get ready for a lot of cinematics. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, that's what's been happening for the last 4 hours.
I know, but this next quest is literally like 4 in a row.
Yay.
Maybe 3 in a row. There's one really long one.
You sure it hasn't just happened?
No.
Great. Oh. Where did they find all the wood from? There's no wood anywhere.
Brought it with them.
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord Here. Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, where our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
We have some good news too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news,
A lot of fade to black. Oof.
Gaius!
So, Alphino won't wake up. Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right?
Yup.
Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal. Getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea. The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it. As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varys Zos Galvus would be attending.
What?
Yep, you're gonna talk with the Emperor.
The Emperor? He's just gonna...
Emperor himself. Well, Varys did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
Agreed.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
Oh. Whew.
God, Lise, you know how much I hate politics.
Same.
But then... Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
Whew! Wipes brow.
What? Guess what, Mossy?
What? I don't want to go. Don't look at me.
Wondering why I didn't ask you.
No!
Requested the presence of
No! No! Don't look at me.
Shit.
I'm not fond of politics either.
Oh, you're not, are you? Come on, if Alizé can put on a brave face,
No!
then so can you. Now, we don't know what Varys means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand should make all the difference.
No! Just bring a potato that looks like me.
The meeting will take place on the border.
This is like Orge's champion, just a literal potato. This is the champion!
With like green stuff on top.
Just moss.
Oh, that's gross.
Once you're ready, we can head out and join.
Green mold.
I was thinking like, I don't know, avocado or something. Here we go. More talking. Oh boy. Oh, this is kind of neat. We're all gonna die. Damn, it's all of us. Okay, never mind. Maybe not. Is it actually Varys? Oh my god, it's actually Varys. Holy shit.
Esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance. On behalf of the Garlean Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you.
Damn.
As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us. But you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Doma can also attest to the meager arms of Imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
Peace. Order.
Oh boy.
You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
Who'd win, Varys or Raban?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Your Radiance. I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise. You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end. Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people. There was a time when Garlemald, too, lacked a leader of conviction. Weak and unable to wield magic, we were at the mercy of the strong, from whom we sought refuge in the bitter cold of the north. Were it not for the discovery of ceruleum and the subsequent development of magitech, we might never have gained the power to take back that which was rightfully ours.
You speak as if your people were the first to have been driven from their homes. Limsa Lominsa was built by wayward souls in search of a place to call their own. On the shores of Vilbrand we found it, and from those humble beginnings did we grow and flourish. And all without robbing our neighbors of their liberty.
So saith the pirate. Am I to believe that you simply asked the kobolds to yield up their lands and that they were happy to oblige you? That you did not drive them out like rats in the hold of one of the many ships seized by your privateers? I will concede that after centuries of exile, reclamation may be mistaken for invasion. Nevertheless, it is not. And those who till stolen soil have no right to object when cast out in turn.
Your uncompromising nature rivals that of the Ixal. They too lament circumstances which they themselves perpetuate. Were they but to embrace peace, we would welcome them with open arms. Indeed, some few have done just that, and now receive of the 12's Wood's bounty. Would that your people might learn from their example.
You dare compare us to the Birdmen? You who thought to invoke the 12 and threaten all of creation?
I came here in the hope of finding some speck of common ground, but I see now these discussions will accomplish nothing. Despite what you people may believe, I am not wont to choose the sword over the olive branch. 'Tis but a pity men are loath to accept one without first being shown the other.
Wait! I beg you. This meeting was supposed to be a chance to find a way forward together, not to bemoan the missteps which brought us here. Please. If you truly consider violence a last resort, there must be a way we can come to an agreement.
As Mistress Alize says, we did not come here to bicker over the past, but to discuss how we might strive towards a brighter future. Emperor Varys, may I suggest a short recess, that all present might compose themselves prior to beginning anew?
Very well. I pray this intermission will suffice to move these talks in a more constructive direction.
Oh.
Yep, guess to talk to people now, though.
What?
Gotta talk to people.
Hmm. Oh.
Hello, Amric.
Huh. I kind of want to know what his thoughts about his son being possessed by a ghost is. I'm okay with it, says Varys. It's fine.
Now then, who would have the floor?
Before we resume, I wish to offer you an apology. After you graciously accepted our invitation to discuss an armistice, we have done naught but rebuke you at every opportunity. I believe I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply sorry for our discourtesy.
I'll admit your familiarity with our affairs surprised me, and served to remind me how little I know of yours.
I think all here can understand the desire to reclaim one's homeland. But why expand further? That is my question.
If I may, the answer can be found in the Imperial doctrine they took great pains to impart to my people. Recognizing the threat icons posed to the world, Solus Zos Galvus decreed that they were to be eradicated. To this end, he began a campaign to unite all lands under the Garlean banner. Or so we were taught. Yet the Emperor only reached the burn, the Baron said to have been laid waste by icons, after conquering all the lands that lay between. What is more, I am quite certain the practice of summoning was not nearly so widespread in the days before the Empire's founding.
When you put it like that, it all starts to sound like an excuse, doesn't it? But to distract from what? Why are you really waging this war?
Moths.
Finally, you ask the right question. I can but hope you heed mine answer and at last accept the righteousness of our cause. My goal is this: to return the world to the way it once was, the way it was always meant to be. In doing so, mankind will be made whole once more. longer will we suffer from the dissension born of our differences. There will be but one race, a perfect race, as we were when time began.
Yep.
What in Rorga's name are you talking about?
I am talking about the origins of this star, of the source and its 13 reflections.
There will be no racism once I am done. This is basically what he's saying.
Great sundering, 'twas not only the world that was shattered, but mankind itself. Thus were we divided into myriad races, each with its own unique imperfections.
I will destroy racism.
That's, yeah.
That is why man looks upon his neighbor and feels fear and hatred. Why he wages war. Why he kills his brother. You all in your own way have proven as much today. The peace you seek is but a fleeting solution to a fundamental problem. One which calls for more drastic measures. To bring about everlasting peace, our worlds must be rejoined. That is the goal the Empire would see realized. The glorious future unto which we shall one day shepherd mankind.
A rejoining of worlds.
I have heard this tale of the Source and its reflections before.
Are these not the self-same desires as the Ascians?
Emperor Varys, do not trust in their words. They will lead you to your doom. My father thought to use them, but in the end he succumbed to their temptations. He embraced summoning like so many other pawns before him. Do not tell us you mean to do the same.
To be a pawn, free from the burden of choice, would be a blessing. But I forswore that privilege the day I learned that the Garlean Empire was built by the hand of an Ascian.
Oh shit! The reveal!
You just told me. Spooked!
Yes. My grandsire, the former emperor, is of their number. And who better to build an empire capable of bringing about the calamitous change we desire? Would you condemn me for this alliance? For bowing to the will of these shadowy masters, when the prize is true and lasting peace? I come not to conquer, but to liberate. To free man from the prison of divergence. Imagine a world united. One perfect race beneath a single standard.
Sounds like a, what's it called? Nazism?
A little bit.
An army before whose might these servants of darkness and light would fly as leaves in a storm, never again to meddle in man's affairs. We would be the masters of our own fate. I bid you
Oh
join
boy.
me, not as subjects of Garlemald, but of a new nation. And together we shall win freedom for ourselves and generations yet unborn.
You want to trigger another half-dozen calamities? You can't be serious!
Have you forgotten how many died? There will be no one left.
Do you truly imagine we would aid you in your bloodletting?
It is unthinkable, unconscionable.
And what is the alternative?
to be as cattle waiting for slaughter. I would have us work together, that we might take fate into our own hands.
Into your hands, perhaps.
Yeah.
But what of the other worlds, your radiance? With every calamity, you obliterate a star and every soul that dwells on it.
To the Ascians, we are all but tiny, momentary specks within an indifferent universe. We cannot hope to oppose them until we have been made whole once more.
I mean, Gaius killed 5 of them, right? Or 6 of them?
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem that too outlandish.
To Gaius, they are specks.
The flaws and foibles which you so abhor are what make us who we are. Every nation, even yours, Emperor Varys, is made whole through the combination of these imperfections, the strengths of one compensating for the weaknesses of another. While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others, fostering community and cooperation. That the protector of an empire should not only reject these fundamental truths, but seek to change them at so dear a cost to life is indefensible. Such a man is not fit to govern.
Damn!
You know, right?
And you, warrior of light, would you refuse me as well?
I wonder if this is part of Varys' plan. Or if he actually believes in all this. Yeah. Where's the both button?
I said the Ascian thing. Wow.
Well, yeah, the second part's already believable because guys killed so many of them.
It would seem the Alliance is of one mind on this matter.
You Eorzeans never cease to disappoint me.
What a bitch.
Though I suppose I have only myself to blame for expecting more from savages.
Damn.
This discussion is at an end. I bid you make ready for our next meeting. It will not be at the negotiating table.
The table's too high!
Yeah, stepping stool.
What? Am I gonna expect more cutscenes, Daniel? Oh, look at all the people.
Yes.
More cutscenes!
I'm not sure what I was expecting from our meeting with the Emperor, but it wasn't that. Still, at least we know now what he's really after.
Aye, a future built on a mountain of bodies. I too want the Ascians dead, but not at any cost.
The last of the reinforcements from Dorma arrived not long ago. I pray it will be enough. Given the Emperor's stated goal, this is a battle we can ill afford to lose.
If the Garleans come in force, we may not have much say in the matter, even with our combined strength.
We knew from the first that the odds would be against us. But if there is even the slightest chance of victory, we must do everything in our power to seize it.
We must seize it, full stop.
Here!
two of you are to join an irregular unit and support the main host. I won't bother asking if you're minded to fight.
I don't want to fight. No, Alize.
This far, how could I not? And for once, there's no one around to countermand me. Not that they would. Not even my brother. But we all know who really made the difference. Ready to frighten some Garlians?
With my white magic.
Wouldn't want to be on their side.
Might I ask you to accompany the Dorman contingent? They are strangers here, and your presence would do much to raise their
I mean, you gotta also be reminded that I got beaten by 2 red chocobos. So, like, I don't think my confidence dropped after being.
We would be honored.
Why don't you just recruit those 2 chocobos?
You in their midst, I dare say the Eorzeans will feel an ilm taller themselves. High spirits have a way of spreading.
They could just summon meteors all the time.
What I wouldn't give to join you. But my duties as field commander will not allow it. I'll leave the front lines in your capable hands. Comrades, ready your arms. The hour of battle has come. May the crystal guide us to victory!
Where's Sid in all this?
Since the others couldn't be here, we'll have to fight twice as hard.
Oh wait, the mega
If
stuff?
Alphinaud wakes to find the Imperials have won, I shall never hear the end of it. It's strange. I thought I would be terrified when the fighting started. I should be terrified. But with you at our side, I can't help feeling everything is going to be all right.
Power of a healer.
So please, don't you dare leave me alone.
Oh god, don't say that.
No matter what happens, we have to
No, don't say that!
together.
Oh no, one of us is gonna die now! No, why would you say that? Shit!
Riff is crazy battle mossy.
Oh. Oh, gear score not there yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say 260. Can't even do it.
Oh fuck! What? Got cock blocked by fucking gear score. This is bullshit. Oh, this might be the last thing for the 4.5, right?
Yeah, I think it is the last mission.
Ew, interesting. 360. Great.
Yep. That's where I'm stuck too.
Alright, I'll stop the recording here then. Oh, say goodbye, Daniel!
Pig.
Oh, pig! You pig!